Hello, and welcome. I'm Joy, and tonight, I'll be your guide, your companion, your pilot on this journey. Tonight, you won't just listen to English. You'll begin to think in it, feel it, and understand it naturally. This way of learning is different. You don't need to memorize rules. You don't need to translate in your head. You don't need to feel pressure. Instead, you simply listen. And let your mind absorb the rhythm, the meaning, the feeling of English. And as you relax, something powerful begins to happen. Your brain starts building connections quietly. Words begin to feel familiar, sentences begin to flow more easily. So take a slow breath, let your body relax, and allow your mind to become calm and open. There's nothing you need to do, just listen gently. And as we move through conversations, places, and moments together, you'll notice your confidence growing, naturally, without effort. English will begin to feel comfortable, clear, like a part of your own inner voice. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. It starts quietly, maybe earlier than usual. The room is still a little dark, and the air feels cool as you slowly open your eyes and stretch your arms, letting the day begin gently. There's a soft awareness in your mind, something different about today. For a moment, you just lie there, noticing that feeling, a mix of calm and excitement. Something new is about to happen. Today is your first international trip. You can say that softly. My first trip. Try it again. This is my first international trip. It feels real when you say it like that. You sit up slowly, letting your feet touch the floor, and for a second, you pause, feeling the ground, feeling your balance, feeling yourself here, in this moment. There is a small smile, not too big, just enough to say, yes, today matters. You stand, walk toward the window, and gently pull the curtain aside, letting the morning light come in and fill the room with a quiet glow. The city outside looks familiar, the same streets, the same buildings, but somehow, everything feels slightly different today. Because you are leaving. Not forever, just for a while. You are going somewhere new. You can say that. I'm going somewhere new. Say it slowly, feel the words. I am going somewhere new. There is something simple and strong in that sentence. You move through your room, picking up small things, your phone, your passport, your bag, checking them one by one without rushing, just making sure everything is there. Your passport feels important in your hand, small, but full of meaning, like a key to another world. You look at it for a second, and then place it carefully into your bag. Everything feels quiet, but inside, there is movement. A gentle energy, a kind of nervous excitement. You feel a little nervous, not scared, just unsure, a bit uncertain about what will happen. That word, nervous, it's a soft feeling of worry, but also excitement at the same time. You can say it. I feel a little nervous. Try that again. I'm a bit nervous, but excited. That sounds natural, simple, real. You walk into the kitchen, maybe preparing something small, a cup of tea or coffee, something warm to begin the day. The sound of water boiling, the smell of the drink, everything feels more vivid today, like your senses are paying more attention. You take a sip slowly, letting the warmth settle inside you, and for a moment, you just stand there, holding the cup, breathing gently. This is the last quiet moment before the journey begins. You can say that softly. This is my last quiet moment. Feel that sentence, don't rush it. Outside, The world is waking up, people are moving, cars are passing, life is beginning, and soon, you will step into it in a new way. You finish your drink, place the cup down, and take one more look around your home, letting your eyes rest on familiar things, the chair, the table, the small details that feel safe and known. There is comfort here, a feeling of home. Home, a place where you feel safe, relaxed, understood. You can say it, "This is my home." And then softly, "I'm leaving home for a while." There's a small pause after that thought, not sad, just thoughtful. Then you take a breath, deeper this time, and something shifts. You are ready, or maybe almost ready. You can say that honestly, "I think I'm ready." Try it again, a little stronger. "I'm ready for this." Yes, that feels good. You pick up your bag, feel its weight on your shoulder, and walk toward the door, each step slow and steady, like you are giving yourself time to feel everything. Your hand reaches for the handle, and for a second, you pause again. Not because you are unsure, but because this moment matters. This is the beginning. You open the door, step outside, and the air feels slightly different, cooler, fresher, like the world is welcoming you. You close the door behind you, hearing that soft click, and now you are fully outside, fully in motion. The journey has started. You walk down the street, your steps calm but purposeful, noticing small things, the sound of footsteps, the light on the road, the rhythm of the morning around you. Everything feels familiar, but you know that soon, things will change. Soon, you will hear different languages, see different faces, experience a new place. That word, experience, it means to live something, to feel it directly. You are not just going somewhere. You are going to experience something new. Say that softly. "I want to experience something new." Let it stay in your mind for a moment. A car arrives, maybe a taxi, and you place your bag inside, then sit down, feeling the seat, adjusting yourself comfortably as the driver starts the engine. The city begins to move around you as the car drives forward, taking you toward the airport. You look out the window, watching everything pass by slowly: shops, people, roads, all the small details of a place you know well. There is a quiet awareness inside you. This is the last time, for now. You can say that. This is the last time for now. There is no sadness, just a gentle understanding. The car continues moving, and you sit back, letting your body relax, your breathing steady, your mind open. Ahead of you, something unknown, something new, something exciting. And for now, you are simply on your way. Just moving forward, calmly, naturally, step by step, into your first international journey. The car continues moving, steady and smooth, and you sit quietly, watching the city pass by like a slow, familiar film that you've seen many times before. There is something different in the way you see it now, not just as a place you live, but as a place you are leaving, even if only for a while. Buildings slide past the window, people cross the streets, small shops begin to open, and everything feels both close and distant at the same time. You rest your head lightly against the seat, letting your body relax as the motion of the car carries you forward. For a moment, you don't think too much. You just notice. The sound of the engine, the rhythm of the road, the quiet movement of your own breath. Take a moment, notice your breathing. Slow, steady, natural. You can say it softly. "I feel calm." Try that again. "I feel calm and ready." Yes, that feels right. The driver glances at you through the mirror and gives a small, polite smile, and you return it without thinking too much. A simple human moment that feels easy and natural. Airport, the driver asks, his voice casual, almost routine. You nod gently and answer, yes, the airport, please. Say that quietly with me. To the airport, please. It's a simple sentence, but it carries you forward. The driver nods and continues driving, and the conversation ends there, comfortable and complete. Sometimes, communication is just that, simple, clear enough. You look outside again, and the roads begin to change slightly, becoming wider, busier, with more cars moving in the same direction. You are getting closer now. You can feel it, not just in the road, but inside you. There is a shift, a gentle increase in awareness. Your journey is becoming real, more real with each passing minute. You can say that. This is really happening. Try it again. This is really happening now. There's something powerful in that sentence, something grounding. The car slows down as it approaches the entrance of the airport, and you begin to see large buildings, signs, people with luggage, all moving with purpose. This place feels different. Airports have a unique energy, a mix of movement, waiting, excitement, and quiet focus. You notice people walking quickly, some looking at their phones, others talking softly, and some just standing still, waiting. Waiting, that word feels important here. It means staying in one place for a short time before something happens. You can say it, I am waiting. And softly, I am waiting for my journey. The car stops, and the driver turns slightly, letting you know you have arrived. You take a small breath, reach for your bag, and step out of the car, feeling the ground again beneath your feet, steady and real. The air feels different here, a little busier, a little more alive. You stand for a moment, adjusting the strap on your shoulder, looking at the entrance of the airport in front of you, large, open, welcoming. This is the next step. You can say that quietly. This is the next step. Then, gently, I'm going inside. You walk forward, your steps calm but aware, moving with the flow of people entering the building, letting yourself become part of this shared movement. As the doors open, a wave of cool air meets you, and the sounds shift, voices echoing slightly, footsteps blending together, announcements playing softly in the background. You are inside now, inside the airport. Say that softly. I'm inside the airport. Let the sentence settle. Everything feels new, even if you have seen it before in pictures or videos. Now you are here, experiencing it. You look around slowly, taking in the signs, the counters, the long lines of people, each one on their own journey, each one going somewhere different. There is no rush, not yet. You allow yourself to move at a calm pace, letting your eyes guide you, reading signs carefully, understanding step by step. Departures. That word appears in front of you. Departures. It means leaving, going away, starting a journey. You are in the right place. You can say it. This is departures. And then, this is where I begin. There is a quiet confidence in that thought. You walk toward the check-in area, where people are standing in lines, holding passports, talking softly, moving forward little by little. You find your airline, your flight, and gently join the line, placing your bag down beside you as you wait. Waiting again, but this time, it feels different. It feels purposeful. You are not just waiting, you are moving forward, slowly, step by step. The line moves, and you take a few steps forward, then pause again, repeating this simple rhythm: step, pause, step, pause. It feels calm, almost meditative. You can say that quietly: I'm moving forward. Try it again. I'm moving forward step by step. Yes, just like that. After a few moments, it's your turn. You step up to the counter, and the person behind it looks at you with a polite smile. Good morning, they say. You respond naturally. Good morning. Say it softly. Good morning. The words feel easy, familiar, comfortable. May I see your passport? They ask. You hear the sentence clearly, and without rushing, you take your passport out of your bag and hand it over. Here is a simple response. Here you go. Try that. Here you go. It's a useful phrase, natural and friendly. The person checks your details, types something into the computer, and then looks up again. Do you have any bags to check in? You understand the question, slowly, clearly, and you respond. Yes, just this one. Say it quietly. Just this one. Simple, clear enough. You place your bag on the scale, watching as it is weighed, tagged, and then gently taken away on a moving belt. For a moment, you watch it disappear, your bag, going ahead of you, already on the journey. There's a small feeling there, a mix of trust and letting go. You can say that softly. My bag is going ahead. Then gently, I will follow. The person hands your passport back along with your boarding pass, and you take them carefully, holding them for a moment as if to confirm. Yes, this is real. This is your boarding pass, they say. Boarding pass, a small paper, or sometimes digital, that allows you to enter the plane. You can say it. This is my boarding pass. Feel that sentence, it means you are going. Your gate number is on the ticket, they add kindly. You nod and say, thank you. Try that. Thank you. Soft, polite, natural. You step away from the counter, moving to the side, giving space for the next person, and take a moment to look at your boarding pass, reading it slowly. Your name, your flight, your gate. Everything is there. Everything is clear. There is a quiet sense of progress. You have checked in. You can say that. I've checked in. Try it again. I've checked in successfully. There is a small satisfaction in that word, successfully, meaning it went well. Now, you stand in the airport, holding your passport and boarding pass, feeling slightly different than before, more inside the journey, more connected to what is happening. Ahead, more steps, security, waiting, boarding. But for now, just this moment. You are here. You are ready. And your journey is gently unfolding, one calm step at a time. You stand there for a moment, holding your passport and boarding pass, letting everything settle quietly inside you. There is no need to rush. You have time. Around you, people continue moving, some walking quickly, some slowly, each one following their own path, their own direction. You take a small breath and look ahead, noticing the signs again, guiding you gently. Security check. That is your next step. Security, a place where things are checked, where everything is made safe before the journey continues. You can say that softly. I'm going to security. Try it again. I'm going through security. There is a calm acceptance in that sentence. You begin walking toward the security area, your steps steady, your mind clear, letting yourself follow the natural flow of people moving in the same direction. As you get closer, you notice the lines forming again, people placing their bags on trays, taking out small items, preparing quietly. You join the line, standing still for a moment, then slowly moving forward as the line begins to shift. This rhythm feels familiar now. Step, pause, step, pause. You don't feel lost. You don't feel confused. You are simply moving with the process. You can say that, I understand the process. Even if it's new, you are learning by being here. A sign nearby shows simple instructions. Remove your phone, your laptop, place them in a tray. You read it slowly, understanding each word without pressure. Take a moment. Remove means to take something out. You can say it. I remove my phone. Try again. I remove my phone and place it in the tray. That feels clear, easy to follow. Now it's your turn. You step forward, pick up a tray, and begin placing your items inside. Your phone, your wallet, maybe your belt. Each movement calm and natural, not rushed. You place your bag on the belt, watching it move forward slowly toward the scanning machine. For a moment, you just watch it go. There is a quiet trust in that moment. You can say that softly. I let it go. Then gently, it will come back. Yes, that will. You step forward when it's your turn and walk through the scanner, your body relaxed, your steps steady, letting the process happen without tension. A small pause, a soft sound, and then a simple gesture from the officer. You can go. You move forward, reaching for your tray as it comes out on the other side, collecting your things one by one, placing them back into your bag, restoring your sense of order. Everything is still there. Everything is fine. You can say that quietly. Everything is okay. Try it again. Everything is okay. I'm fine. That feels reassuring, steady, calm. You step away from the security area, adjusting your bag again, and for a moment, you stop. Not because you need to, but because you want to feel this point in your journey. You've passed security. You are now deeper inside the airport. Say that softly. I'm inside now. Then, I'm really inside the journey. There's something meaningful in that thought. The space around you feels different now, quieter in some ways, more focused, people sitting, waiting, checking screens, drinking coffee, talking softly. This is the waiting area. Waiting again, but this time, it feels calmer, more settled. You walk slowly, looking for your gate number, checking the signs above, reading carefully without stress. There it is, your gate. You can say it. This is my gate. Say it again. I found my gate. A small success, simple, but important. You walk toward it and find a seat nearby, placing your bag beside you and sitting down, letting your body relax into the chair. This is a pause, a quiet moment between steps. You are not rushing now. You are waiting, calmly, peacefully. You look around, noticing people sitting in different ways, some leaning back with closed eyes, some talking, some watching their phones. Everyone is in the same place, but in their own world. You sit comfortably, resting your hands, feeling the gentle stillness in your body after all the small movements. Take a moment, notice how your body feels. Calm, steady, present. You can say that. I feel calm and present. Try it again. I'm here. I feel calm. Yes, just like that. After a few minutes, you decide to stand up and walk a little, stretching your legs, letting your body stay relaxed and awake. Nearby, there is a small cafe, the soft smell of coffee drifting through the air. You walk toward it slowly, not in a hurry, just exploring the space around you. You look at the menu, reading simple words, coffee, tea, sandwich, familiar things in a new place. A person behind the counter looks at you with a gentle smile. "What would you like?" they ask. The question is simple, clear, easy to understand. You take a second, just a second, and then answer, "I'd like a coffee, please." Say it softly, "I'd like a coffee." Try again, "I'd like a coffee, please." That sounds natural, polite, complete. The person nods and begins preparing your drink, and you stand there, waiting calmly, watching the simple movements, pouring, mixing, placing the cup down. "Here you go," they say, handing it to you. You respond, "Thank you." Feel that exchange, simple, smooth, real. You take your coffee and walk back to your seat, sitting down again, holding the warm cup in your hands. The warmth spreads slowly, through your fingers, into your body, grounding you in this moment. You take a small sip, not too fast, just enough to feel it. There is comfort here, even in a place that is new. You can say that softly, "I feel comfortable." Then, "I feel comfortable here." Yes, you do. Time passes gently, not too slow, not too fast, just moving at its own pace. You hear soft announcements in the background, voices calling flights, giving information, guiding people forward. You listen, not trying to understand everything, just letting the sound of English flow around you. Some words become clear, others pass by, and that's okay. You don't need to catch everything. You are learning just by being here. You can say that quietly, "I am learning." Try again, "I am learning naturally." That feels true. Then, after a while, you hear something familiar, your flight number, your destination. Your attention shifts gently, you listen more closely now. Boarding will begin soon. Boarding, that means entering the plane, preparing to leave. You can say it, "Boarding will begin soon." Try that again, "It's almost time to board." There is a small change inside you now, a quiet rise in energy, not nervous, not rushed, just aware. This is the next step. You place your empty cup aside, adjust your bag, and sit a little straighter, ready for what comes next. Around you, others begin to do the same, standing, gathering their things, moving closer to the gate. You are part of that movement now, slowly, naturally, without pressure. You stand up, take your bag, and walk toward the line forming at the gate, your steps calm, your breath steady. You are ready to continue. You can say that softly, "I'm ready to board." And gently, "I'm ready for the next step." Yes, you are. The journey is opening, just a little more, and you are moving with it, calmly, confidently, one moment at a time. You stand in line near the gate, holding your passport and boarding pass again, feeling the gentle movement of people around you as everyone slowly prepares to board the plane. The line is calm, not rushed, just moving forward little by little, like a quiet river flowing in one direction. You notice the sounds around you, soft conversations, the rolling wheels of suitcases, the occasional announcement in the background. Everything feels alive, but still peaceful. Take a small breath and notice how you feel now. There is a little excitement, a small spark of anticipation, something inside you saying, "This is really happening." You can say that softly, "This is really happening." Try again, "I'm about to board the plane." Yes, that sentence carries the moment. A person standing behind you smiles politely and shifts their bag slightly, making a little space, and you respond with a small nod, a simple human exchange without many words. Sometimes, communication is quiet like that. Then they speak gently, their voice curious but friendly. Is this your first time flying internationally? You hear the question clearly, and for a moment, you think about your answer. Not too long, just enough. You smile and say, "Yes, it's my first time." Say it softly with me. "It's my first time." Then you add, naturally, "I'm a little excited." Try that. "I'm a little excited." The person nods, understanding immediately. "That's nice," they say. "The first trip is always special." You hear the word special. Special, something meaningful, something you will remember. You can say that quietly. "This trip feels special." The line moves forward, and both of you take a few steps, the rhythm continuing again. Step, pause, step, pause. Soon, you reach the front area where an airline staff member stands with a small scanner, greeting passengers as they approach. "Hello," they say with a friendly tone. You respond naturally, "Hello." Say it softly, "Hello." It feels simple and enough. "May I see your boarding pass?" they ask. You already understand what to do now, and without hesitation, you hand it over. Here's a useful phrase again. "Here you go." Try it once more. "Here you go." The scanner makes a small sound, a short beep, and the staff member smiles. "Thank you. You can go ahead." You nod slightly and say, "Thank you." A simple exchange, smooth and easy. You step forward, walking down the boarding bridge, the long passage that connects the airport to the airplane. The space becomes quieter here, a bit narrower, and you can feel the journey shifting again. You are almost on the plane. You can say that softly. "I'm almost on the plane." Try it again. "I'm about to enter the plane." Yes, that moment is close now. As you walk forward, you hear footsteps around you, the gentle hum of the airport fading behind you, replaced by a softer, contained quiet. Then you reach the airplane door. A flight attendant stands there, smiling warmly. "Welcome aboard," they say. You respond with a polite smile and say, "Thank you." Try that again quietly. "Thank you." Their voice feels calm and welcoming, and that helps you feel comfortable too. Inside the plane, the space feels different, organized, compact, filled with rows of seats and soft overhead lights. People are placing bags above, finding their seats, adjusting themselves slowly. You walk carefully down the aisle, checking the seat numbers, reading them one by one until you find yours. There it is, your seat. You can say it softly. "This is my seat." Try again. "I found my seat." You place your bag in the overhead compartment, lifting it carefully and sliding it into the space, then gently closing the door above. After that, you sit down, letting your body relax into the seat for the first time. This is a new feeling, sitting inside a plane, ready to fly to another country. You pause, just feeling the moment. You can say that quietly. "I'm on the plane." Say it again. "I'm really on the plane now." Yes, that feels real. A passenger sitting next to you looks over with a friendly expression. "Hi," they say. You smile slightly and respond, "Hi." That small greeting feels natural, human, easy. "Where are you traveling to?" they ask. You answer simply, "I'm traveling to another country for the first time." You can say a shorter version too. "It's my first international trip." Try that sentence slowly. "It's my first international trip." They nod with interest. "That's exciting," they say. "Do you feel nervous?" You think for a second, then answer honestly. "A little, but mostly excited." Say that softly. a little nervous, but excited. That sentence feels balanced, real, human. The person smiles, understanding the feeling well. Flying is actually very relaxing, they say. Once the plane is in the air, it feels peaceful. You listen to those words, relaxing, peaceful, and notice how your body responds to them. Maybe you feel slightly more calm already. You can say that quietly. I feel more calm now. Try it again. I'm starting to relax. The plane slowly fills with passengers, and the sounds inside grow a little more lively. Bags closing, seatbelts clicking, quiet conversations happening around you. A flight attendant walks down the aisle, checking that everything is ready. Then a gentle announcement begins over the speakers. The voice is calm, clear, steady. You listen carefully, understanding some words: seatbelt, safety, flight time, welcome. You don't need to understand everything. Just listening is enough. You are surrounded by English now, naturally, comfortably. You can say that softly. I'm listening. Try again. I'm listening and understanding. Yes, slowly, naturally, it's happening. You reach for the seatbelt and fasten it across your lap, hearing that small click that signals you are secure in your seat. That sound feels important. You can say it quietly. I'm ready. Try it again. I'm ready for takeoff. Outside the window, you see the runway lights, the movement of other planes, the quiet preparation before the flight begins. Inside, there is a calm anticipation building, not loud, just present. You sit comfortably, your breathing steady, your mind open, and you realize something gently. You made it this far. From waking up at home to sitting here now, inside the plane. You can say that softly. I made it. Try again. I made it this far. Yes, and the journey is continuing, unfolding slowly, naturally, just like everything else today. You sit comfortably in your seat, the seatbelt resting gently across your lap as the final preparations begin around you. There is a soft hum in the cabin now, a quiet energy building, not loud or overwhelming, just a steady feeling that something is about to begin. You glance out of the window, noticing the runway lights stretching into the distance, and for a moment, everything feels still, like a pause before movement. Then slowly, the plane begins to move. At first, it's gentle, almost like a slow glide, and you feel the shift beneath you as the plane starts to taxi along the runway. Taxi. That word means moving on the ground before takeoff. You can say it softly. The plane is taxiing. Try again. We are moving slowly. Yes, just like that. The movement continues, steady and calm, and you sit back, allowing your body to follow the motion without resistance. You don't need to do anything. You just experience it. Take a slow breath and notice how your body feels. There might be a small tension, a little tightness, or maybe just curiosity, wondering what it will feel like. That's okay. Everything you feel is part of the experience. You can say that gently. I feel okay. Or maybe, I feel a little nervous, but I'm okay. Both are true. Both are enough. The plane pauses for a moment, waiting, just like before, and then something changes. The engines grow louder, not suddenly, but gradually, building strength, building power. You feel it, a soft vibration beneath you, a quiet force preparing to lift you into the sky. Then, the plane begins to move faster. Faster and faster, the ground outside starts to blur slightly, the lights stretching into long lines as the speed increases. You hold your seat gently, not tightly, just aware, present in the moment. You can say that softly. We are going faster. Try again. The plane is speeding up. And then, without a sudden moment, without a clear line, the ground disappears. You are in the air. There is a lightness, a subtle lift, and your body feels it, even if just a little. You are flying. Say that quietly. I'm flying. Try again. I'm really flying. Let that feeling stay with you for a moment. The plane continues to rise, climbing smoothly into the sky, and the city below becomes smaller, quieter, distant. You look out of the window, watching as the world transforms, roads becoming lines, buildings becoming shapes, everything slowly fading into a peaceful distance. There is something beautiful in this view, something calm and wide, something that makes you feel open. You can say that softly. The view is beautiful. Try again. It looks peaceful. Yes, it does. Inside the plane, the sounds settle again. The engine steady, the voices softer, the space becoming calm once more. The moment of takeoff has passed, and now there is stillness again. You notice your body. Are you tense, or are you relaxing now? Take a small breath, and let your shoulders drop just a little. You can say that. I'm relaxing. Try again. I feel more relaxed now. Yes, slowly, naturally, your body adjusts. The person next to you glances out the window, then back at you with a small smile. That's the best part, they say. Takeoff always feels exciting. You nod slightly and respond, yes, it does. Say it softly, yes, it does. Then you add, it feels amazing. Try that. It feels amazing. There is a quiet confidence growing in your voice now, not forced, just natural. The seatbelt sign remains on for a while, and you sit comfortably, letting your mind wander gently, observing small details, the shape of the seats, the soft lighting, the quiet movements of the crew. After some time, a flight attendant walks down the aisle again, this time offering drinks. Would you like something to drink? They ask with a warm tone. You look up, understanding clearly, and respond without hesitation. Yes, I'd like some water, please. Say that slowly. I'd like some water, please. It flows easily now, almost automatic. They hand you the cup with a smile. Here you go. You respond, thank you. Simple, smooth, natural. You take a small sip, feeling refreshed, and place the cup carefully on the tray in front of you. There is comfort in these small actions, simple, everyday moments, even here, high above the ground. You can say that softly. I feel comfortable. Try again. I feel comfortable here. Yes, you do. Time begins to move differently now, slower, softer, almost like it stretches gently across the quiet space of the flight. You are no longer thinking about every step. You are simply here, present, experiencing. And something else is happening too. You are using English without effort, without pressure, just naturally, in small moments, in real situations. You can say that. I'm using English. Then softly, I'm speaking naturally. That feels good to say. You look around again, noticing other passengers relaxed in their seats, some reading, some resting, some watching something quietly. You are part of this shared journey, moving together through the sky. There is a quiet sense of connection, even without words. You can say that gently. I feel connected. Try again. I feel part of this journey. Yes, that feeling is real. After a while, you lean back slightly, letting your body sink into the seat, your breathing slow and steady, your mind calm and open. There is no rush anymore, no pressure. You've already done so much. You arrived, you checked in, you passed security, you boarded the plane, and now you are flying. You can say that softly. I did it. Try again. I did it step by step. That sentence carries your whole journey so far. And now, something new is growing inside you. Confidence. Confidence, a quiet belief that you can do something, that you can handle what comes next. You can say it. I feel confident. Or gently, I feel more confident now. Yes, not perfect, not complete, but growing. And that's enough. You close your eyes for a moment, not to sleep, but just to rest, to feel the calm around you, the steady motion of the plane, the quiet rhythm of your breath. Take a slow breath and let it go gently. You are safe. You are calm. You are on your way. And without even trying too hard, you are understanding, speaking, and living English naturally as part of your own experience. The plane moves steadily through the sky, calm, balanced, almost like it is floating rather than flying. You sit quietly, your body relaxed, your breath soft and even, letting the gentle rhythm of the journey carry you forward without effort. There is nothing you need to do now, no steps to follow, no decisions to make. Just this moment, calm and open. You rest your head lightly, maybe looking out the window again, or simply closing your eyes for a few seconds, allowing your mind to settle into a peaceful space. Time feels different here, slower, softer, like it stretches gently without pressure. And in this quiet space, you begin to reflect. You think back, not in a rush, just letting the memories come one by one. Waking up in your room, standing by the window, holding your passport, stepping outside. Each moment feels clear now, connected, like a smooth path that brought you here. You can say that softly. I remember the morning. Try again. I remember how it started. Yes, it started quietly, simply, and now you are here, far from that first moment, yet still connected to it. You continue reflecting. The car ride, the airport entrance, the check-in counter. Each step felt new, but you moved through it calmly, naturally, without forcing anything. You can say that gently. I moved forward. Then, I moved forward step by step. That sentence feels important. It holds your experience together. You didn't rush. You didn't stop. You just continued. Security, waiting, boarding. Even those moments, which might have felt uncertain before, now feel simple, clear, almost easy when you look back at them. You can say that softly. It was easier than I thought. Try again. It felt natural. Yes, that did. And now, sitting here in the sky, you can feel something else clearly. You did something new, something important, something meaningful. You can say that quietly. I did something new. Then gently, I'm proud of myself. Let that sentence stay for a moment. No need to rush past it. There is a quiet strength in those words. You look around the cabin again, noticing how peaceful everything feels now. The soft lighting, the quiet passengers, the steady hum of the engines. Everything has settled, and inside you, something has settled too. The nervous feeling from earlier, it has softened, changed, become something lighter. Maybe now, it feels like calm confidence. You can say that softly. I feel calm. Then, I feel confident. Yes, both can exist together. You take a slow breath, and as you exhale, you feel your body relax even more, your shoulders dropping slightly, your face softening. There is nothing to prove, nothing to push. You are simply here, present, aware, growing quietly. And without trying too hard, you notice something important. You have been listening, understanding, and even responding in English, naturally, without pressure. Not perfectly, but comfortably, and that is enough. You can say that gently, I understand. Then, I understand more now. Yes, more than before, and that growth happened quietly, step by step, just like your journey. You glance out of the window again, and the sky feels wide and endless, stretching beyond what you can see, calm and open in every direction. There is a feeling of space, not just outside, but inside you too. A sense of openness, of possibility. You can say that softly, I feel open. Then, I'm open to new experiences. That sentence carries you forward beyond this flight, into everything that is still to come. Because this journey is not finished. You are still going, still exploring, still learning. And you will continue to meet new people, hear new words, experience new places, all in your own way, at your own pace. There is no need to hurry. You already know how to move forward now. Step by step, calmly, naturally, just like today. You close your eyes for a moment, letting everything settle into a quiet, steady feeling inside you. Take a slow breath, and let it go gently. Feel your body, relaxed, supported, safe. Feel your mind, calm, clear, open. And notice how far you've come, not just in distance, but in confidence, in understanding, in feeling. You can say that softly, I've come far. Then, I'm growing. Yes, quietly, naturally, without pressure. And that is the way you learn best. The plane continues forward, steady, peaceful, carrying you gently toward your destination and toward new experiences waiting for you. But for now, just this moment, calm, quiet, complete. Stay here for a little longer, just breathing, just feeling, just being. This is the Orbital English, where we explore and learn English gently and naturally. Take a slow breath and let this calm feeling stay with you a little longer. You've done something meaningful today. You listened, you felt, you learned. And slowly, quietly, your English is becoming a part of you. Thanks for your time. It's been a delight. What should we explore next? Comment, share, and save your insight. Subscribe to Orbital English and keep your thoughts bright.